Hello everyone, my name is Caleb Beck, and today we're going to be talking about being grateful. It's something I usually sometimes have a issue with, something that I'm like really hearing that echo, and I wish it wouldn't be there. I wish I knew how to get rid of that echo, but here we are. Being grateful is about being thankful for the things that you have in your life. One of the first things that comes to my mind, I don't know if you've ever watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but Edward is talking to a character, Rose, in the first couple episodes. And Edward is a character who lost his arm and his leg in a magic trick. And Rose is complaining about not having purpose in life or something like that. And Edward says, "You know what? You have two legs. Why don't you go use them?" And that kind of always rings it home for me. So it's really important. We're going to talk today about what it does for you mentally, how to foster it, and how to get out of your head when you feel a little trapped in it. So it reduces stress and anxiety. It will promote better sleep, can lead to better social bonds with others and a higher level of empathy within yourself and for others, and overall will leave you with a greater satisfaction for your own well-being. And it does this by rewarding all of these parts in your brain that are these feel-good parts, these empathy parts of your brain. And it does that by allowing yourself to understand that what it is that you have is good, is okay, that you don't need more than what is in front of you. If you have two legs, use them. If you have lemons, make lemonade. A really easy one is anytime that you wake up, anytime that you can stand on your own two legs is a time to be grateful. It is kind of counterintuitive to your own anxiety if you're getting up in the morning and still worrying about things that are maybe out of your control. Try to thank yourself or be grateful that you are someone who can stress out about things and whatnot. When you do this sort of thing, you have less of a low-grade anxiety throughout the day, which will be less tiresome. And when it's time for you to go to bed, you will have less of a gnawing anxiety at the edge of your mind all day, and it'll be easier to calm yourself and relax yourself. You won't have all these racing thoughts of things that you've done throughout the day. I mean, you probably still will, but it'll be less so. Being grateful for the people that you have in your life will strengthen the social bonds in your life because you start to see more of a value in individuals that are in your life versus seeing people as, I'm not going to say objects, but let's just go with that. You'll see people less as players in the game that is your life and more of contributors to what is the grand totality of your life. All of these start to culminate in a healthier lifestyle, which will allow you to feel better, overall throughout the day. When you find yourself trapped in your head, a big one to get into is mindfulness meditation. I'm planning on doing a whole video about meditation and mindfulness coming soon. Click the subscribe button and like this video if you want to see that. One easy one that I like to do is just lay on my back. Don't even bother sitting down with correct posture and forcing your back to be straight. Just lie on your back, focus on your breath. You'll start to fall into this sort of trance and you'll feel your body sort of sink down into itself. And what I like to do is sort of stay decently present for the moment where you're about to fall asleep and kind of just tell yourself that the meditation's over. When you do this, it usually ranges from 7 to 20 minutes. And if you fall asleep, take a nap. Your body probably needs it. Next up, the one that I like to focus on primarily is reframing negative thoughts. So I am a textbook perfectionist, so I tend to beat myself up, and really naturally, anytime I mess something up, some sort of self-critical thought comes in, and I have to stop and pause and remind myself that I'm doing fine. It wasn't necessarily that big of an issue or a problem or a mess up. So just stopping negative thoughts in their tracks and reframing them to a more positive outlet for yourself. Just some good old self love. We kind of touched on this one when I was talking about being grateful for the people in your life to increase social bonds. But expressing gratitude to those that are in your life is really important for you and the other person. They may not know how much of an impact they have on your life, and expressing that verbally or in a written note or maybe even just a text message every so often will really help you understand the value that people bring to your life, and it'll help this person understand the value that they have within themselves and what they have to bring to the table for everyone else in their life. Some ways to foster gratitude in your own life is visualizing positive outcomes for situations that may come up or that you're planning on having or doing. Usually, I tend to run simulations in my mind, just preparing for all sorts of outcomes or possibilities, imagining them and visualizing them in a positive way, in a growth mindset sort of outlook, is a real good way to foster this sort of gratitude so you can begin to notice more of the positive things that go on throughout your life. And you'll realize that more often than not, things tend to pan out pretty positively for you as long as you are doing your duty and staying focused on the tasks that you have at hand. Random acts of kindness are a good way of fostering gratitude. You begin to foster a sort of two-way highway of positive reinforcement between you and the giver or the receiver of the random act of kindness. So this is really easy. It can be as simple as what we already talked about, just verbally giving someone confirmation that you value their presence in your life. Or one that I did the other day is when you're in a drive-through, buy the food for someone behind you. And it was one of my coworkers, and they were behind me, and I was like, just put that one on my card too. And they were really happy, and it made their day. And it was $4, $5. It wasn't that big of a deal. But when you go out of your way to do nice things for people, they sort of have a magnified effect because you're going out of your way and doing something nice for someone, and they see that and they appreciate it, and it's a good butterfly effect type of way to try and go ahead and help yourself. It's a whole pay it forward idea. And here's a big one that I'm going to also be making another video about is limiting your exposure to negativity. So primarily this is going to be on social media, and I'm going to be making a video about social media and its effects on personal motivation. Subscribe and like the video if you want to see that as well. It isn't conducive for a healthy mind to always be watching some sort of negative aspect of the world around you, because then you sort of trick your mind into believing that everything around you is negative when that's usually not the case. What we would try to want to avoid is clouding your perceptions of the positive world around you. A little bit of an example from my life. Recently just started a new job, and I was kind of being a big downer about it because the store that I have to train at is far from my house, and just all these things, being in a new town, missing exits, and just being frustrated within myself. And took a moment to step back and got to know some of the people that I'm working with and the opportunity that I've been given. And after taking some time to evaluate these situations, I realized that I'm in a very great position. I actually love the people that I've been working with, and I'm very grateful to be working with them where I've been working or training. And every day more and more I realized that I was being really small by being ungrateful for a lot of this, and so now I've been making it a big mission to express that gratitude for myself and the people around me. Donna, if you're watching this, I greatly appreciate you. You're a really great trainer. And overall, my mood around the whole situation, whether it's at work or in my personal life, has definitely increased. I am more excited to go to work. I'm excited when I get off for many reasons, but I have more sustained energy after work versus pouting, being upset, being angry, and just needing to go almost immediately to bed or just laying down. Now I've had more energy to get back into my yoga that I've been doing every day, and my whole body is really sore from doing. I have more energy to go walk Ellie and to make more of these videos, and it's just a very nice thing, and you should really try to express some gratitude in your life. Some other ways that you can foster is journaling. I used to do a I will statement and I am statement before all of my gratitude prompts. Just kind of how I ended up framing it. Don't know where I got that from. So now I'll pass the question on to you. How are you grateful of your life, and what do you do to express gratitude? Thanks for watching. I just wanted to make this short little video about gratitude. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.